morning. Buenos dias. Manin. ¿Por qué se aprende una lengua extranjera? Why should you learn a foreign language? What is the value? What is the importance? What is the impact? My name is Martha Corbett Baugh, and at present I serve as a senior person for foreign languages, senior education officer at the core curriculum unit of the Ministry of Education and Youth, and simultaneously engaged in a double major PhD research. It is quite interesting that I was invited to this session at this point in time of my life because it has been one of the greatest invitations I have ever received. I'm going to be addressing the new generation, you, the young ladies, the young girls, the ones whose responsibility will be to change the world. And for that reason, I am more than honored to be visiting today St. Hugh's High School for Girls in Kingston, Jamaica. Thank you for this invitation.
Hola, buenas tardes. Me llamo Kayla Hilton Fraser, and I have been an educator for well over 20 years. I actually started teaching Spanish. I started teaching Spanish in 1999, so let's not discuss the age. But Spanish was something that I always loved from I was in high school, and if I wasn't sure about anything else, I was definitely certain about Spanish. Currently, I am the Dean of Student Affairs at the Jamaica Theological Seminary, and even though I'm not directly teaching Spanish anymore, it is a passion that has remained with me. It has given me opportunities to provide interpreting for the United Nations. There was a group of people who came here for a medical conference some years ago. I think it was 2014 or 2015, and I was able to offer interpreting services for that group, and that was a paid engagement. That was also a very good opportunity to practice the very thing that I've been teaching my students. I have taught Spanish at the tertiary level to students as well, and most recently, last year, there was a cadre of teachers from different countries who came for a teacher summit that was held at the Jamaica Conference Center. And it was another opportunity to do interpreting for some teachers who were here from Colombia who needed assistance to give their presentation on the day of the conference. So that was fantastic. And even though I thought I was rusty, clearly all the years of training and conversing in Spanish and teaching Spanish, my skills were still quite optimum. And something that I do currently is I watch a lot of things on Netflix in Spanish. And so I'm able to keep my skills very sharp. And I will always tell people that your ability to speak another language, whether it is Spanish, French, whatever it is something that opens doors and opportunities that sometimes you cannot even imagine. So I encourage anyone, any student who is thinking about whether or not they should do a foreign language, it's not even something to think of. What you should be thinking about is which language to do. Adios, hasta luego.
Hi, my name is Romain Bailey. I am the bilingual coordinator here at one of the top schools in Bogota, Colombia. When I heard about this opportunity to talk to students who are learning a second language or to motivate students why it's important to learn a second language, I gladly said yes. When I was in high school in Jamaica. For me, Spanish wasn't important. Even when I got to university, I went to the University of the West Indies. I did Spanish because it was mandatory, not because I liked it. I did the most basic of Spanish courses. However, life has a way of whatever you don't like, it gives you more, right? And Spanish has opened many doors for me. In fact, right now, my current position in Colombia is due to the fact that I speak various languages. Spanish, and you say Spanish no, but Spanish, French, Portuguese, whatever language you're learning is quite important. You're going to meet people. You're going to get into situations where learning a second language will really and truly help you. especially speaking for South America, coming here not knowing the language or not knowing Spanish can be quite difficult, because here what you're going to encounter is that they're always going to want you to know their language and to speak their language. So I encourage you guys, even at school, even though sometimes it may get difficult and sometimes you might feel that it's not even important, as how I felt when I was studying Spanish in Jamaica. But once you're exposed to other languages, your mindset is never the same. You're going to see the world from a different perspective and you're going to understand various things. Entonces, para ustedes que están aprendiendo español especialmente, quiero decirles que háganle. Es muy importante aprender un segundo idioma, es muy importante para todos nosotros cuando la gente puede recibirnos o nosotros podemos recibir a las personas en su propio idioma. Para mí español ha abierto bastantes puertas. El hecho de que yo estoy en este trabajo, con este puesto que tengo, es debido pues al español. Pero si ustedes están aprendiendo francés o portugués o cualquier otro idioma que estén aprendiendo, háganle también, porque también es importante. Les deseo mucha suerte y espero que ustedes estén teniendo un excelente día con sus profesores, en sus salones. No se desesperen. Las cosas con su tiempo. Si ahora no estás entendiendo muchas cosas, con el tiempo van a aprender aún más. Thank you so much, guys, and enjoy learning languages and enjoy the day. Thanks a lot. Have a wonderful time from Colombia.
Bonjour, my name is Mylène Ferreira. I'm a French native and I'm a French lecturer at the Caribbean Maritime University. I learned English and Spanish at school, and I have no regrets at all. They opened my eyes and provided me with opportunities. With English, for example, English has given me a job because I got trained as a French teacher in England when I was there, and there was a shortage of French teachers at the time. So I got a job, and here I am here, still teaching French. Spanish, for example, has helped me with my travels. I went to Spain, I went to the Dominican Republic and Cuba. And in Cuba, I had to really speak Spanish. And I was very pleased to be able to solve a problem in Cuba. But I was able to do that because of my Spanish, or should I say, thanks to my Spanish. English has given me a husband. When I was in England, I met my husband. And there we are. So I will end this video by saying that I also have a student who is currently working in a logistics company in Paris, and he's very happy there. So opportunities are there for people who make an effort to learn a foreign language. I hope you're one of them. Au revoir.
Ni hao, ni men chulima. Hello, how are you? Did you notice that when I asked you in Chinese, I didn't really ask how are you? Maybe you didn't know, but let me tell you all about it. When you learn a foreign language, you learn more than just the language, you also learn the culture. Now in China, the people love to eat, they enjoy their delicious meals all the time. And when they meet their friends, they like to find out if their friends have eaten. So instead of asking, how are you? They ask, have you eaten? So they say, ni hao, ni chulima. So I ask you, ni hao, ni men chulima. So right there we can see there are many benefits of learning a foreign language. I'm a multilingual person. I speak 3 languages fluently. I speak Spanish, I speak English, and I speak Jamaican Patois. And recently I've been learning China because I'm living in China at the moment. I've been a teacher for over 18 years, during which time I taught Spanish as a foreign language in Jamaica. There are many reasons I would encourage anyone to learn a foreign language, whether it's Spanish, whether it's French, whether it's Chinese. And chief among them is that it opens your eyes to the different cultures across the world. It gives you more knowledge, more understanding, and more respect for different peoples and their culture. You also get a chance to make new friends. And you would know, from my experience, the Chinese people are really very nice, even more than you'll see see in the media. And you could also get to know other people, not just Chinese, but you could get to know French people, Italian people by learning their language, because then it gives you an opportunity to actually approach someone and speak to them. I'd also encourage you to do it because of job opportunities. First of all, it doesn't matter which job you want to be a part of. This is the 21st century and things are changing in the world. You want to become marketable. There are many ways to become marketable, and one of them is that you're bilingual or multilingual. If there are new opportunities for your company, for example, and it's in a foreign country, it will be you who will be selected to represent your country. Okay, you also want to know that you can set up your own business, not just work for people, but you can set up your own business in places like Puerto Rico where they speak Spanish. Maybe you want to go to other countries where different languages are spoken, because maybe it's Brazil and you think there are many business opportunities in Brazil that you could make use of. So I would encourage anybody to go ahead, learn a foreign language, go on Duolingo, practice on your own, go to your teachers, ask them how they can assist you. Spanish is the language that you have at your disposal in Jamaica. I would say make good use of your opportunities. And like I said, it's great for making friends and knowing new people, and definitely for job opportunities, I would say that's your number one reason for being multilingual. I wish everyone all the best. Ciao, adios, 再见.
Hello, my name is Jessica, and I'm now living in Spain. I was working and living in Jamaica for 5 years. I was teaching Mandarin in the University of the West Indies, and then I also joined Huawei as a public relationship manager and also administration officer. So now I'm doing my master in Spain. I have many hobbies. I like traveling, painting, drawing. I also do Chinese calligraphy. I've been teaching Chinese calligraphy since university time. So I did my bachelor in China and the major was economics. Now I'm interested in joining this new industry of the online streaming. I'd like to learn and share my experience with everyone, and if anyone wants to learn some Mandarin, I'm more than willing to help. That's it. Thanks.
Hola, hello. My name is Saskia Tamayo. I am a Spanish teacher in Point Hill Primary School. It is St. Catherine. So I teach students from grade 1 till grade 6. All of those students have been very interested about learning Spanish. They are motivated because I use some pictures, I use videos, I use songs to teach them Spanish. So they want to learn Spanish. It's very nice, very interesting. It is very comfortable to know another language, because you can go another country, you can share about your culture and their culture, you can know about what is going on in those countries. You have more opportunity when you graduate. You have more opportunity to go to those countries to work, because though you know their language. In my case, for example, I come from Cuba. In Cuba we speak Spanish, but we learn English. That's why I could come here to teach. There are some other professionals, for example, like doctors, like nurses, they can come here because they know English too. Even here, I have learned more English and I have learned some words in Patois too. I'm not going to try now, but I have learned something about Patois, so I can understand people what they are talking down the street so fast, so but I can get some things in Patois too. So it is very important, comfortable for you to know other languages, so you have more opportunity in your life. You can increase yourself, your knowledge, your professional knowledge, and all of those things. So for me, to know 2 languages and now a little bit of another one have been very, very interesting, have been very useful. So you can feel an important person when you learn another language. In this case, it's me teaching Spanish, but I learn English too. So it is amazing. I advise you to learn Spanish or to learn another language for you to increase your knowledge, your universal knowledge, and you can travel, you can talk to people, you can defend yourself. It is very, very important. Ciao, ciao.
Hola a todo el mundo, hola estudiantes, espero que estén bien. Me llamo profesora Loriston y ahora voy a hablar contigo sobre la importancia de enseñar una lengua segunda. Yes, I'm here to talk to you about learning a second language. Now, whether it is Spanish or whether it is French or any other language, Chinese, you name it, it is very, very important to learn or to have a second language. Frankly speaking, it automatically gives you an edge over anybody without it. What do I mean by this? Let's say you are applying for a job at TVJ, right? And out of 100%, your application is accepted just because you have a minor in Spanish or French or any other language, right? So let's say you're shortlisted and there are other persons there, 10 other persons there for the job. Now, what do I mean by having an edge? By having a second language. If the other persons does not have a second language, knows a second language, or study a second language, it automatically gives you an edge, because in the field of mass communications, right? Let's say there is a situation in any Spanish-speaking country and they need coverage. Who do you think they will pull on? Who do you think they will send? You will be traveling to these countries for free to cover these national situations, right? To cover any situation that is happening in those islands or in those countries. No, students, who wouldn't want that, right? There are amazing opportunities. And by the way, when you would have been sent to these countries on behalf of TVJ, you are going for free. You'll be staying in hotels for free. You'll be doing your job and love it for free, and of course you'll be getting paid. No, guys, being able to have an edge over someone else is a plus anywhere, right? If you know about Spanish Jamaica Foundation as well, you would have known that island-wide they would have several companies that they are all Spanish based. They are owned by Spanish speakers and they're Spanish based. Hotels such as Grand Bahia Principe, Rio, Iberostar, all of those, hospital, and even the hospital, they are part of Spanish Jamaica Foundation, SJF, right? And most times these companies are also abroad. And so let's say, for example, they are short staff and they want to, get some workers from Jamaica. Who do you think they're going to pull for? Anybody, No, they're going to require you to learn at least basic Spanish, or intermediate Spanish to be able to function in their country. And of course, if you had the Spanish, you are going to be in that set that they will automatically pull from to send you to Spain, to send you wherever to work on behalf of them, just because, again, you have the second language. So you see, it gives you opportunity. It gives you opportunity to be shortlisted. It puts you on top, right? And literally mean every single career path. What about a lawyer? You understand me? And this person speaks Spanish and nobody is understanding this person who is trying to get representation in court. Who do you think they're going to hire? You, because you're able to understand them, and your market won't just be in English speaking market, but also Spanish speaking market. I'm using up my time wisely, so I can't stay long, but I am in my house right now, one that I built cash, not even, those loan areas that, give the opportunity for you to build your house. No, I did that because apart from being a Spanish teacher, I'm a network marketer, right? And this company is widely based in Spanish speaking countries too. So I'm able to speak to clients who speak Spanish, right? And also clients that speaks English. So do you see, when you know a second language, when you know Spanish, right, it is going to be able to widen your scope, widen your clientele, and you'll be able to do many other side hustles that can give you that sort of extra cash, residual income. You can do translation part-time. There's so many things. The possibilities are endless when you have a second language. So take it, as your teacher is teaching Spanish in school and French in school, take it with two hands, because your future self will thank you for it. Muchísimas gracias y adiós.